Rideshares are supposed to be safe. You order a car, a stranger shows up, and you trust them to take you home. I used Uber all the time. Never thought twice about it. Until one night last fall, when my driver didn't take me home. He took me somewhere else. And I realized, too late, that not all rides end where you expect. It was a Friday night. I'd stayed late at a friend's apartment and didn't feel like walking home. I ordered an Uber, a silver sedan, 5-star rating, driver named Paul. When he pulled up, everything looked normal. He even smiled and said my name before I got in. The ride started out fine. Quiet music playing, city lights passing by. But a few minutes in, I noticed he wasn't taking the usual route. I leaned forward, said politely, "Hey, I think you missed a turn." He didn't answer, just kept driving. I checked my app, and that's when I realized the trip wasn't showing up anymore. The screen read, "No active ride." I froze. Maybe it was a glitch? But when I glanced at his phone mounted on the dashboard, there was no Uber app open. Just a black screen. Paul, I tried again." He didn't respond. His hands gripped the wheel so tight his knuckles were white. The city lights faded as we turned onto a darker road. Less traffic. No people. Just woods pressing in on both sides. That's when I noticed something. The ID photo in my app hadn't matched him. The man driving wasn't Paul. I reached for the door handle, locked. He must have hit the child safety. "Where are we going?" I demanded, trying to keep my voice steady. Finally, he spoke. His voice was low, almost whispering. "You're going where you need to be." The road narrowed into gravel, headlights bouncing against trees. I gripped my phone, trying to dial 911, but the screen froze. No signal. My heart pounded. I scanned the car for anything I could use. Umbrella, water bottle, anything. Then I saw the dashboard camera, but it wasn't pointed at the road. It was pointed at me. "Recording," I asked, barely above a whisper. "Why are you doing this?" He smiled in the rearview mirror. A wide, too wide smile. They always ask that. The car slowed. Ahead was an old, abandoned gas station, boarded up, surrounded by weeds. He pulled in and killed the engine. The silence was suffocating. Then he turned to me and said, "This is where you get out." I shook my head. "No, take me back. Now." He leaned closer. I could see his eyes in the dim light, pale, unfocused, like he wasn't fully there. "You don't get to choose." He reached for something under his seat. Instinct took over. I kicked the back of his chair with everything I had. He grunted, losing balance, and I scrambled for the door. Slamming the unlock switch, the door flew open. I ran into the night, gravel cutting my hands as I stumbled. Behind me, the car door slammed. Heavy footsteps followed. I darted around the side of the gas station, squeezing through a broken fence into the woods. Branches whipped my face as I pushed deeper, lungs burning, praying he wouldn't follow. For minutes, I heard him crashing behind me. Then nothing, just silence. I hid there until dawn. When I finally made it back to the road, the car was gone. When I reported it to Uber, they told me no driver by that name or car description had ever been on their system. There was no record of my trip, no Paul, no silver sedan. To this day, I don't know who was behind the wheel or how he got my name. But sometimes, when I order a ride late at night, I swear I see that same silver car drive by. Slowly, almost like it's waiting. So if you ever get into an Uber, check the photo, check the driver, and if the trip disappears from your phone, get out, because you may not like where they're really taking you.